Yeah.
Clippity clappity, that means it's time to stabbity.
So, at the end of Xerox's turn, as we move on to Gray, the Arbinger, you can see like the last thread of your connection to this place in your body, in your companions here, in your life and memories versus the ocean of memories and experiences that you've been awash in. You see outside the Bellstone the figure of the Arbinger of Rot, its vast, gargantuan mass, its 4 pairs of legs creeping and reaching around the Bellstone and like slamming its body. It's like brainy main, body mass slams into the Bellstone. You can see it, like, again, for you, everything. You can see everything, Gray. And you used that awesome magic to point out where the Arbinger was and lured him out earlier because he was very that was great.
Oh, that's what that might have been. This might have been the arrow pointing to the Arbinger.
Oh,
that makes sense. And that would still be active as well.
There's an arrow.
Pointing at the Arbinger.
And at least, it's going to be potentially submerged. Like right now, the Arbinger is submerged in the rot water. So he's practically in blocked,
you can't see him.
It's hard to see. So.
Except for probably Xerox, even you being right next to it, you can't see the Arbinger as you are effectively blind as you were submerged in the rot in the ocean. But Gray, you see the Arbinger slam its mass onto the Bellstone. There's 8 legs and 2 pairs cling and wrap around the Bellstone crystal, and you can feel pressure in your body. You see the mass of this thing slam into the crystal, and it begins to change and churn, the flesh rearranging itself that's pressed against the crystal. You see mouths and teeth and beaks and claws and everything it can muster, the flesh that it can bring to bear, and it begins to churn and grind against the Bellstone, and that pressure spikes as a crack forms in the Bellstone. And even as that does, you see what look to be these teeth that have been breaking themselves against the Bellstone to grind and break into it. You see one of these teeth break, and it looks like the nerve inside that tooth springs out, and like a root goes into the Bellstone, into the crack. And it is not a root or nerve, but it quickly becomes this fungal growth. And you see tree roots over time breaking stone or concrete, just goes into the Bellstone and begins breaking, expanding, growing, and expanding that crack. You are in danger and have drawn the absolute and direct attention of the Arbinger and all it can bring to muster. This is underscored by you all hearing a friendly voice.
Oh, thank God. I was just going to call him.
Hi there, friends. Whatever you've done has really gotten them mad. The things that were chasing me have turned around and are heading your way.
No!
Good luck!
Can you stop them?
Oh, good timing, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah!
Hi, Sarah!
Yay!
Yay!
And so, Gray, seeing this threat, you also are experiencing so much more than what's going on in this room. And among those experiences is the memory of the great tree. And you have followed that memory back to this tree's creation, at the birth of the world, the tree being planted in the most primordial elements of this world, how that had been crafted by the gods. The tree itself had been planted in order to extend its leaves to drink in the light from the sky and extend its roots deep into the world to find the heat within. And there was some strange exchange or transfusion of the sun's light into the core of the world that continued this engine of growth and of life. And eventually the tree began to feel the presence of other living things among its roots, and their needs became its as well. And the cycle continued and changed day after day, age after age, to bring about the world as it is now, or as it was before the tree experienced the cataclysmic arrival of the rot, which struck it to its core. There is a fire in you that you have already begun to set loose. It must be released. Even if your body dies, even if all your friends in this chamber die, even if this crystal is broken and all is fallen, if this fire can be unleashed, the world will be cleansed of the rot. You have reached out and you have felt that strength. You have felt the reach of the ancient tree, the roots that wind their way in and around the world. You have experienced the vast reach of this. You know the pathways that the fire has to spread through. But there is yet for that fire to be unleashed, and there is the memory of the tree, what its original purpose was, to expand both up to the light above and to the warmth and heat within the world below. You feel that same call consume your attention. You know that this is what you were meant for. You were to be the spark that could expand this tree once more, to achieve ignition or something by expanding its, reclaiming light of the sky and extending itself once again to the roots of the world. And if you can do that, heat, radiant life will spring forth.
Gray has a sense that this will remove the rot from the world. Does he feel like he'll have some semblance of himself left, or is this like the ultimate help?
With your roles previously, you have managed to maintain this connection to yourself. You think that there is a chance there, depending on how, if your body's destroyed through this process, if the Arbinger is able to break into where you are and break the crystal or anything like that, there's a chance through that you would be destroyed as well, even if you were successful. But if your companions are able to protect you from the Arbinger, delay or distract it enough that it's unable to break into where you are and destroy your body, then you think, given what you've already rolled before, the saves you've made, you have every reason to suspect that what was gray will be forever changed, but won't be destroyed or consumed.
Do I still have the bonus abilities to spend?
Which ones?
Like the healing and the insects.
Yeah, the rolls you made have been able to, are what are allowing you to maintain these manifold spell effects that you've released.
Is anyone really low on health that Gray could see?
Your sight pierces all. You can tell the strength of every beating heart in this chamber.
Is anyone real low? I don't remember what y'all's damage was.
I'm good.
Beeban was looking quite
Yeah,
some of his own doing, but
I'm bloodied, but not not critically. Well,
I'm bloody, but I'm hanging out with the Dark Star Prince, so it's all good.
yeah. And I'm grappled, so that's, I guess, the risk there for me. And under rock soup. Just a few things.
Yeah.
Group will get 7 HPs back.
Got ideas.
I'm gonna try and insect plague this guy, this root over here. The
Okay.
one that's after Quilla. Which is 40 damage. 40 insect damage. Piercing
Let's
damage.
see. That way. Ooh, that one is already. Yeah, that one was already damaged, so that is now enough to destroy that one.
Yay.
You can see, like, Quilla, you feel like this, like, increased pressure of something like the roots that are holding you, like something inside them is like crawling around and pressing against your body until like the burning gold and like brilliant, like as you like had made these like radiant insects spring forth from the roots. And for a moment, you can see them like swirling through the inky black water before they disappear into the
Our bond, you hear good bugs, Gray. Yeah.
Always
Up to the surface.
good. Being crushed by the stone. Great help. He's gonna like cast. No, I guess you can't because he's in stone form. Maybe he could earth crawl, or what is it? He could roll to the earth. He's gonna start moving downwards, trying to get closer to that warmth of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Earth glide.
Oh yeah, you're pregnant now.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I got the seed with me.
He's got the seed within.
So I'm gonna
The seed is strong.
The seed down 30 feet. I'm gonna start burrowing down into the earth.
You
Can I?
Go ahead. No, I'm not gonna say anything.
feel like a desire to like well up and to like take this and protect the seed and take it away from this danger and bring it down to the roots, but you also like have the sense that it needs to be here.
Okay.
The seed has like been like within this spellstone that has grown up around it, like it needs to be here for this to work. But that magic, or like that intent and that like that strength, just like fuses through into the bellstone, and you can feel it push down into the earth. And you feel if you utilize some strength, either through like arcane expenditure, or you imagine potentially like Quilla has done. Just like in the past, like there's some amount of like in the time when Quilla sacrificed blood to the altar to activate it through like exposing her divine essence. If you will like kind of give more control over like kind of harm yourself, but probably in the process, you can just like expand hit dice.
Okay.
Also, so spell slots and hit dice are still your best bet for kind of like extending this intent and this magic and opening up releasing the energy you have within you.
Alright, I've got a 4th level spell slot that'll gladly sacrifice to, I'm going to use my earth elemental ability to like, as the roots are making their way through the crystal, to try and reseal those and like fight back, pinching off little bits of rot,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yeah, I will do that.
You feel that energy just burst in through the ground, finding those like all the perfect route to reach deeper and deeper into the earth. You can see through the world, and you can see this like this beating heart of like swirling radiant light within the world, and you can sense it, and you can like just keep trying to extend your roots deeper and deeper. You find like places where the rot is already like trying to actively cut you off and intercept you. You can feel like your radiant energy, this energy of this like radiant fire that you have coming up and like burning against that rot, and like finding different routes where it needs to. You feel you have not given enough. You need to reach at least like 8th level spell slot. You can fill in the difference with hit dice. That's going to burn max damage.
Gotcha. I'm gonna get great hand, you will.
Okay. So take a 4th level spell.
Yeah.
So 4 max, 4 hit die max. That's damage.
Ranger or druid?
Fair point. And also you're a stone form right now.
Right. I mean, I could just do 2 and 2.
That makes sense.
Oh, actually, I guess it would be good because Earth Element has its own.
Yeah, that's its own.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's a hit point. Yeah, 12 d10, so d10s. So 4 d10s.
You take max.
Oh, 40. That's easy math.
Quick maths.
Yeah.
And as you allow that burning fire to just rip through you more to make up the difference here, Gray, you feel the roots molten lava just burrowing into the world, and you feel them drawing nearer and nearer until the connection is made. You feel just the tiniest tendril reaching deeper and deeper into the world until it connects that core, and there's just this suffusion of warmth that just immediately just pulls back and erupts back into the world all through your roots. And every one of those countless battles that your roots were having with the rot just burn through the rot, cleansing a vast highway, this vast network between where you guys are right now and the core of the world deep below. And all of you can see there's this transfusion of radiant light that's just spilling through the inky blackness of the rock and spilling through the walls and your own flesh.
Feed. Well, I'm just done.
We go on to Johan with Nazir on deck.
Let me go full screen here. How close am I to the Harbinger?
Right in its butthole.
Pretty much adjacent, yeah.
But I can't remember if you're inside the thing still.
I think you are in the rot at this point, or in the water. So please do give me a Constitution saving throw.
Well, is he inside of the wall of force or outside of the wall of force?
The wall of force, I believe, was dropped.
It was broken.
Well.
Or I did last time.
This guy came into it.
Yeah.
And
No,
then,
you've already, that was the first
you're
stage,
like,
was whether or
what
not
do
you
we
be able
do
to
now?
secure your-
What do we
Just
do?
go
Yeah.
in, so you didn't get smashed,
Yeah.
basically.
There was another reason as well.
Because nobody else could hit him while he's in there.
Yeah, probably that.
I got a 15.
15. You guys do recall also that the Darkstar Prince has been controlling the weather in this space to help cool the ocean of rot, which has both reduced the DC here and the potential downside. You got a 15?
Yeah.
You still fail on both counts. But you do only take three fire damage, but you take 1 level of exhaustion as your body is beginning to overheat rapidly. It cannot cool itself, and your body is struggling in this environment.
Boop.
Beautiful.
So keep in mind, everybody, 6 levels of exhaustion will kill you, regardless of however many hit points you have. And it gets bad real fast.
Is that a threat?
Public safety announcement.
Sounded very threatening.
I just want everybody to know the stakes.
Am I close enough to the? Mark, can you describe what Johan is currently experiencing? What he can see, what's going on around him?
I think that you cannot see a lot, but what you recently experienced was being inside the force cage by the Bellstone crystal. You saw the Arbinger blink into that space, like a teleport into that space, and begin its assault on the crystal itself. And it kind of pushed, the magic probably of that arrival kind of pushed you away a little bit into your current position. So you know, you can't see it, but you know you can reach out and touch the Arbinger. You know also before you lost vision, you saw the Dark Star Prince flying basically above your current location. So you know you have that ally right there. And you know roughly where everybody is. Plus you guys can always like kind of update each other through Nazira's telepathic bond.
Okay.
Is that enough?
I think so, yeah. The space where Hula was, there were roots there. Are they still? Have they been removed from?
They were destroyed. These are gone.
Those are gone. Okay.
Bugs ate them. We have a bunch of these little guys, little rotlings around. But outside of that, it's only the Harbinger and the roots. We got 3 roots still. And I think this one's actually the arrow.
Okay. I think what I'm going to do is, I can't see where Nazira is. Is Nazira also grappled in that route behind the Harbinger? Okay.
I think Xerox said that,
Not grappled?
yeah.
I don't remember being grappled.
One clarifying thing, I should be next to Nazira.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
holding
in,
on to
like, between Nazira and the Harbinger, and, yeah, she's not grappled. I broke that grapple.
Okay, cool.
Your choice within range. I think what I'm going to do then, I'm going to cast, a flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range. So would Guiding Bolt work in this situation? The text doesn't require that I see the Harbinger. It reads, a flash of light streaks towards a creature of your choice within range.
It would just follow, or it's a spell attack roll, so we'll just follow the rules for being blind, so it'll be disadvantage.
Disadvantage, okay.
So I guess it would be the same also since it's a range attack and melee, so in either case, disadvantage.
Double disadvantage. Roll 4 times. Take the lowest of all of them.
We're just kind of stuck, ain't we? So I'm gonna have to boogie out of here, I think.
It's been great playing with you. Glad you could stop by.
We're just gonna hope that the Dark Stars Prince reaction is solid. I am going to cast. I'm gonna cast Dimension Door. Let's see. If this plateau is 15 feet, I'm casting Dimension Door 40 feet up to try to get to where I think the ceiling is.
Grab onto something.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody hand that man a riser, because you do it. Yeah.
He is risen indeed.
Flash of magic that you're free to describe any way you wish. You vacate the space in the hot, boiling, oily mass of liquid, and find yourself dripping. And just for a moment, have the chance to grab onto the ceiling before you fall back down. So, give me. You're going to be doing the strength saving throw for represent like athletics and climbing.
Okay.
You see on these is pretty low again because the ceiling and walls everywhere around here are so many like gnarly roots that it's so many holding on points.
18.
Plenty. You grab on and arrest your fall and continue dripping putrid liquid down below.
Okay.
You can see
And do I see any of my allies at all? Who do I see currently?
Yeah, who's actually outside the...
I think I'm on the webbing, but I can't tell if the webbing's out of the juice at this point.
It's 45 feet up, and I think we got up to 30.
I believe so in the last picture that it was marked at 30.
Yeah. So yeah, the top of the webbing is still free.
Okay. And how far away is the roof, approximately?
Okay, yeah. I'd say with under 60, it's probably like 50,
Okay.
55.
Then I'm gonna cast, with my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on my buddy Beep Boop. So it's gonna be 5d4 plus
Wait.
3.
Can you do that?
You can't do that
Dimension door.
because you dimension door.
You can only cast
okay.
a cantrip.
Yeah.
It can only be a cantrip.
Cantrips.
Lamest rule ever.
Yeah, that's like, okay.
How dare we stifle the power of this?
We'll
I
chill
know,
on the ceiling,
come
that
on.
works for me.
What's the point of even having bonus actions?
All right.
Maybe you should have been a sorcerer and then you could
As
have taken it.
you end your turn,
Missed my chance.
the Arminger uses a new legendary action.
A new one?
And this root that can like reach out to him.
Oh no, please
You
no. God damn it.
Yeah, none of you but Gray can really see this because this root is coming from the floor and it's like extending out under the water. So Gray, you see this in perfect clarity. But the root extends out to the Arbinger, and then just like once it touches, like the root like rolls up like almost like a liquid and just like spills onto the Arbinger, encasing it. And it solidifies back into like a root, like hard wooden or like rock wood thing. So it is now protecting the Arbinger.
It's better than healing it.
Root Shield Harbinger.
Harbinger?
Harbinger.
And since Gray still has a connection to his own sense of self, Gray can communicate that through Zero's telepathic bond.
Nice, nice.
So you guys are updated and appraised of this.
Be like, what?
Yeah.
Fuck?
It's a Harbinger.
So that's it. Reggie, we go on to the Zero.
Okay. So it's clear the Harbinger is attacking Gray.
Yeah, the very crystal itself.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is basically just to mess up one of its turns a little bit. I want to create a force wall that's just skimming the Harbinger a little bit, because if it touches the person, I can decide what side it's going to be on.
Ooh.
And that's going to knock them all the way back over here.
That's which spell?
Force wall.
Mark, really quick, I'm sorry to interrupt. How is the Harbinger's head or any part of his body like above the rod if he's standing on that 15-foot platform?
I think not at this point, because the Armiger at this point is like wrapping and encasing itself around the Bellstone crystal itself. So it's not really extending its body up above that.
See it.
Cool,
It's not
thank you.
wall of force, it's force wall.
It is wall of force.
Wall of
Sorry.
force, okay. Wall of force. Is it really annoying?
Legendary resistance.
There's a risk.
It's
If
the
wall
last-
cuts through a creature's
yeah.
space when it appears, the creature is pushed to one side of the wall. Your choice which side. It doesn't give you any chance to not have this. That's
Ooh.
such bullshit.
That's sick.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Wow.
Oh.
And, is that including Johan? Or is that...
The ocean
Johan's on the
rod
ceiling.
also
Yeah,
drains
on the
spell slots, so you don't have any magic anymore. Also, that was the beginning of this round.
I'm gonna right now. Right now.
All right, you're not concentrating on anything else, are you?
No.
Okay.
He really wants to hurt you.
That's so rude.
Is she in the rot juice? Does she have to make a constitution saving
Probably.
throw?
It would put him.
Oh yeah, let's get that out of the way too.
I'm not
First.
sure where exactly we're gonna put him.
Yeah, it sounds like this.
Oh
this
wait,
way.
he can be under where Johan is,
Yeah.
which is gonna be awkward.
That's fine. It doesn't have to move. We can
Yeah, I can
understand.
understand it's underneath there.
We can theater of the mind this.
Yeah, so it's just a horizontal, so it's a vertical barrier that just squeezed this guy off of his hug of the Bellstone crystal.
Yeah, it did.
So rude.
I know.
I liked it.
Oh, all right. Okay, so that
And it
yeah,
basically goes 100 feet across.
you're like bisecting this space
Yep.
basically,
Yeah.
How tall?
and it's like a 10-foot tall.
10 by 10. Yeah, so 10 feet tall.
Damn. Okay. But you do start in the hot water.
Okay.
So give me a Constitution saving throw.
You're good.
Hold on. I just accidentally hit. That's it. I really need to just find a actual paper
So
thing.
good. 15 HP. Because I always do max heals also.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 15 HP instead of
Like
7. Yeah.
Oh.
So you get 8 more.
Okay. 17.
17 is not enough.
Okay.
You take 4 points of fire damage, reduced thanks to the Dark Reference. But you also take 1 level of exhaustion.
You're gonna die.
Probably.
Disadvantage on ability checks at level 1. Level 2, your speed is halved.
It's like
Level
no
60 guy.
exhaustion check marks on this.
There is.
Where?
In
Your name or the HP, I think. No? No.
not in HP. It's under conditions.
Anything else from here? Aside from fiddling around on D&D Beyond?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
They should stay down. And that will bring us to the raw.
The
roiling rot.
I couldn't find my laptop.
I hate when that
I
happens.
know. Just haven't used it since our last game in person.
My rotling babies that are active,
been a little
let's
while,
move
yeah.
them and then we'll bring in any new ones. They can go, they can swim. This one down here is going to get to Nazira. That one has to dash and will go to Quilla. The one up there is going to just jump and jump onto. Oh wait, no, we decided that one's there just to hold that root. That already, Xerox already has, or Beepoop already has that one next to him. And there's one back there.
Yeah.
That one.
Did this one actually? Did he actually move somewhere? Or
He
is
just
he-
got.
He got pushed
He
back.
got pushed back.
Yeah. Like
I
it
want.
was-
Well, he's so big, so I wanted it to be like cutting the very back of him. So he would have to move all of his front parts back to
It was
where
like
he
so
started.
much of his body was like
Yeah.
encasing the Bellstone crystal at that point. It was just like it like kind of happened like right in his chest and just like pushed everything back.
Okay.
So it's just like there's just like this screen right in front of him. It's just like right in front of the Bellstone now.
A big long line right through here.
Yeah, but it's only 10 feet high.
It is invisible.
His intelligence is like 26 or 28.
Shut up.
And he's seen.
I don't want to hear that. It's not higher than mine. It's not.
This rotling nearest me is going to try and grapple Nazira. Opposed athletics check.
Xerox is already grappling.
Yeah, isn't
Xerox
Xerox
grapple back.
still holding me?
Xerox would have to break this grapple to move Quilla, or move Nazira. It got a 17.
Hold on.
Or is it a strength check to drag?
Oh, wait.
Alright.
Tried though.
I'm like, yeah, let me go.
Yeah, I still need to get some like rings for status conditions. That'd be great.
Well, I can.
So you are grappled, and the other ones are going to go as well. Quilla, you're going to get the same treatment. That one's
Yeah, I had to
gonna
dash.
grapple you.
Had to,
Oh, the one
had to
yes,
dash.
that's right. The
Yeah,
other one,
yeah,
Beepoop,
thank
is
you.
going to go.
I got your back.
Got
I got your
that.
back.
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
This one's going to
Die. Painful death.
the rot is collectively learning thanks to the intelligence of the Arbinger. It's seen your fucking incredible AC and is going to grapple you as well. You're going into the fucking water, Joel! I got a 2!
Wait. Let me roll.
I mean, I guess 5 total.
I got
Okay.
much more than the 5. Hang on, Jack.
And we have one behind the rot. Okay, that one's going to. It's gonna. I think it might have to dash to get there. That's a bit of vertical movement too. So we're thinking like the wall of force goes like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this guy would have to like go over or under this, probably over. So it's like 15 to get up to that level, then like another 10. So this has to dash to get over here, but it does so. And I think that's all the current minions or rotlings.
I guess I should
But-
have just done a dome of force again.
All the focus of the Arbinger. Oh my god, come on. Do better than that, Arbinger. Can you get a minion on the nearest bottom left one?
Roll lower.
Only one rotling added. This
Yay.
round. But this is
What do
also.
those spirals represent?
Those were the smaller
Where the
points were
rot
the
comes out.
rot spilling in with its roots and minions. In fact, the last part of this the rot's turn is identifying if we've got more, or if the water level's going up.
Is there a way to...
And now we're doing this with disadvantage, effectively.
I mean, that's good.
I mean, for you, with disadvantage. Advantage for the rot.
Advantage rot.
That is going to go up 10 feet this round.
No!
So we're up to 40 feet of rot.
Oh, God.
So that almost puts you under on the
Yep.
webbing.
But not quite.
And it's now, well, we're at 40, so the ceiling is only 60 here. I think it was.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man.
So we're rapidly approaching full level of fluid.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's the rot's turn. And then who gets to go but the Arbinger rot?
That seems like a bad idea.
Did he take damage when you
Nope.
force wall?
No, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
damaging.
The Arbinger is going to swim over and clamber over your force wall and begin.
Oh wait.
Does he take an
about
opportunity attack from
Yeah.
the Dark Star Prince if he leaves?
Darkstar Prince is flying above,
Oh, fine.
but I would say Xerox from where it was.
that. How far does he climb over? 10 feet?
I mean,
I mean,
as
that's
much as needed.
Gotta be enough to put him in Dark Star Prince's range.
Darkstar Prince is up above the water levels at 30, 40, probably like the 40. You know, Darkstar Prince now is like dangling his feet in the water.
Hard to.
You know, I'll say, but he only does have to go 10 feet. He doesn't have to clear the water. All he has to do is clear your force wall. That's 10 feet, so he has a 25. So I'll say no.
So these guys are on the bottom.
The the Arbinger, like all these, the Arbinger's on the base with the
Rock
crystal,
suit.
because the crystal's like set into the ground.
Oh.
So it's at
It's really hard to visualize the 3 dimensions.
I know it's
know.
I should have
I-
crafted more garbage.
I probably should have done
I think it's perfect.
a sphere instead, but I didn't. So
That's okay.
It's okay.
no, it's not.
It
It's failure.
is, because we want to be able to access.
I just want to know if I've, like, I witnessed a Free Willy moment.
Yeah, you reach out of the water and splash back in.
That's so beautiful, Johan, just as a single tear. It sucks, but that was at least gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
All right.
Xerox gets a opportunity attack though.
Yeah.
Excellent.
This will be with disadvantage. You can't see the target.
This book looks
You are muted.
Okay, so I want to do a pushing attack. I know he's 2 sizes larger than me, so it won't move, but I'm going to extend one of my charges of my shield to shove it back where it was going 10 feet and knock it prone.
He's immune to prone.
Yeah,
It is immune to prone, but that will cost it some movement, so it's gonna go. I mean, it really doesn't have to go that far though. So I think it will still make it to the other side of the wall and access the Bellstone
Okay.
without having to dash. Because it does have a swim, effectively like the speed
A
in
rot
all
speed.
rock conditions.
A rot speed.
Okay.
Awesome move though, and we'll so no damage though.
How bad
Or
does
will
this
there
thing
be?
look?
So wait, so basically that did nothing is what you're saying?
If there was no damage done with that ability, then you slowed it down, but it still had enough speed to get where it wanted to go.
Okay. Alright, well, it is what it is then.
Because it's immune to prone, so you couldn't like stop it entirely. And it clambers over the force wall. You do like cut out its feet and like slam into it, so it like slips and falls backwards, but then like is determined to get to the Bellstone crystal. So it climbs over and it's going to spend its turn trying to break into it.
No.
So it's going to use its
Is that a new glowstone?
It's a what?
What kind of pen is that?
It's a Jinho.
It's a what?
How do you say it? Jinho?
Oh, okay, Jinho, yeah.
I just got it. It's a medium. It was on clearance. It was only
It's
like
below the
$100.
water, so Johan can't
Is it
see
screw
it.
or
It's
pull?
full.
Okay. It's going to cast a spell in that case. Having learned its lesson not to do that when Johan can see it. And is going to shatter the Bellstone crystal.
Zero, are you in the water? Can you see this?
I'm in the water, unfortunately.
Can she see
Can
or
I
hear
see
this?
this?
You cannot
All
see
that
it. Everybody in the
radiant
water is
I can
blind.
see invisible though.
That's beautiful.
I can see in magical darkness.
I can see.
You see it like clambers
I'm
over.
gonna play a seal.
Or don't say, well, Dre, you see it clamber over this horrific monstrosity, and it slams its body again onto the Bellstone crystal, and you can feel it like erupt with this magic, and it's going to cast Shatter.
Counter spell.
You can't see it. That's what we were just talking about.
Can I see it through gray though? We're all
No.
telepathically
It's beyond the
connected.
realm of.
gosh, no.
You shall not counterspell.
It's going to do this at 8th level.
Jesus
Cast
fucking Christ.
magic.
Damn it.
Is that,
You need to
7th
savor this
level,
rock
sorry.
is it
water.
a save or is it a...
Somebody have like
There,
a
there will
whirlwind
be-
or some way to.
A chance, or like a limit.
Ah.
So it's got 3d8. I don't know if I have
You
much
water.
left. 5, so it'll be 8d8. And this is certainly a crystal and will have disadvantage on the saving throw.
I am an earth elemental.
So we will go ahead and use your saving throw for this, as you were like now transfused.
What damage is this?
What do you mean?
What type of damage?
Oh, it's thunder.
Oh, good. I have damage vulnerability.
Oh,
Oh.
that's beautiful.
Yep.
Shit.
We love to hear it.
I'm a rock man.
So make your saving throw. This is the full.
Is it hitting gray or is it hitting?
Gray and the crystal,
crystal
are now
around gray.
practically the same thing. And like the damage, like in being inflicted on the crystal, is like echoing in to hit gray and the sea.
What save?
This is a.
What other ways can we try to get out of this one?
Constitution, so
This
that's
is
made
full
of-
Harbinger DC of
20,000 billion
There.
million.
And I have just a... I do not have advantage or anything, right?
I believe you have a disadvantage because you are a crystal. You are a crystal right now.
Vulnerable just means I take double damage, right?
No, you
Oh,
are the
okay.
Bellstone
Gotcha,
crystal is
gotcha.
being targeted, and that is being hitting you.
11 or 11 plus 5, 16.
That is a failure. So you will take the full damage, and that will be amplified.
Oof.
So it'll be
I don't want to hear it. All these rolls are gonna suck. I'm gonna play with your pen.
Okay.
I'm hurt.
You know, too close to. have any commentary.
That was perfect. Thank you.
40 even.
Alright.
Yeah.
Man, great.
40 double?
So that'll be
80?
doubled to 80.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, nuts.
Yes.
80.
Wait, this one doesn't have a lot of.
It's fine. It has some.
I am still rock form,
Bottles of it.
but like
It's
very,
pretty.
very sandy.
Yeah.
Very sandy.
All right.
Very sandy. How sandy is
Man,
very
we should
sandy?
have broken that.
Also needs some time.
That's that. The Arbinger. Oh shit! Because the Arbinger had to move, the root carapace that had formed around it had to be broken.
Nice.
So whatever protection the root had provided it is gone, and it's now exposed
That's
again
good.
as it's clinging to the bellstone again.
Good.
Good. And that's where it
Silver lining there.
will end its turn. And that brings us to the Dark Star Prince.
Oh, kill him, please.
Jeez.
Help us.
Dark Star Prince says to you, Nazira, I can reveal our enemy to us, or I can attack blindly. What will you have me do?
Why does she get the choice?
Reveal it.
It changes the focus of its control weather magic that was cooling the water and turns it into a cyclone. And there's suddenly this roiling wind here that whips the ocean of the rock around and around till a whirlpool burrows down to reveal we'll say 15 feet at the 15 foot radius here. So a big circle now is revealed as the winds whip around, and I'm gonna be hitting the wall as well. So definitely some weird liquid effects happening that the engine is having a difficult time rendering. But there's effectively now this typhoon, this whirlwind now that's revealing the Bellstone crystal, and all of you know only down to the 15 foot. So anybody that's down in the water like Nazira, it's not revealing you.
Okay.
Because it only reaches down to that 15 foot spot. And so we'll do that. So now, it's it's visible. The Dark Star Prince is floating. We'll have him imagine. We don't need to confuse the center of that space any further. But imagine the Dark Star Prince now positioned directly above the Bellstone crystal, where Gray is, with the heart of this whirlwind.
When it's on in the whirlwind.
And that's going to bring us to Deep Boot.
Hey, you didn't tell me I was on deck.
Sorry, I forgot.
Bro!
Layer, you're on deck, and then Quilla after that.
Oh, thank God for layers.
That.
Okay,
So long.
so I can now see Rot Monster. I got a piece of shit on my 6. Quilla is underneath water,
But not grappled.
but not grappled. Alright. Bonus action. Cannon turns, faces piece of shit monster, and says, "Grr off me." And that's a 27 to hit.
27 to hit. Yeah.
So we're going to take 3d8s and we're going to roll them for damage. 1, 2, 3. And it's going to do 12 points of damage.
Nice.
And it's going to get pushed back 5 feet away from moi. So, plink! And I think that puts him off the webbing.
Yeah, I think so. Fall back, leap 5 feet now into the.
Yeah, fall back, bro, fall back. And it gets fluked. And then I look over to Quilla and I say, "Can I see her?"
Nope. Quilla's
I
under the
just
water.
know that she's there,
But my
huh?
telepathic bond has told you that I'm
Well,
grappled.
here's the
Are you
deal.
doing-
I want to get her out of the water by using my vortex warp, which does mean that I have to see her.
If you told me that's what you're planning, can you hold that for after the start of my turn?
Oh yeah. So yeah, I will communicate my plan to Quilla in my mind and say, when I can see you, swim to the top, and I will get you out of there.
I will react. the
So
moment
I
see
will
you.
hold my action to do that, and in the
Okay.
meantime, I'm gonna try to climb myself a little bit higher because this water keeps rising. So I'm like at the wall right now, so I just would like to climb up the 20 feet or so that I can.
Yeah, the ceiling.
Or
is about
15 feet.
Yeah, you can climb up to the ceiling.
That's half
The
speed.
vortex warp, does that
Yeah.
bring me up to where you are?
The vortex warp puts you 90 feet in any direction that I want you
Just
to
like
be.
point
I
at
point
somebody
and
and where you
point
want to
and-
go.
Okay.
Does your sentry
I wanna go to
move
the
as well?
Yeah, it moves with me. It's riding on my shoulder.
Gotcha.
Has been the whole time. And then the last of my efforts will say, "Hey, Beep Boop, is there anything you could do to maybe stop the flooding? Thanks."
Talking to yourself?
Or, oh, fuck, Chippy.
Shippy says, I sure don't see how. But,
Maybe you should try. Talk to the people on the ship. They might have ideas.
Great. I don't imagine we'll be able to do that without putting ourselves again in grave danger. You just sent us away from danger. Just want to make
Shippy,
sure we're all on the same page.
right now, if we die, then yeah. You don't want us to
I'm around.
die.
We'll start talking.
Portal Shippy's initiative.
All right. Anything else?
That will be my turn.
Okay. We've got the laser.
I'm just holding on to my ball of yarn, waiting for Quilla to pop up so I can blamfer away.
What about Birdie? Does he
Wait.
Birdie have any action?
Birdie can move.
Please
Birdie
use
will
these
fly.
to add
flowers.
a route everywhere there is a route, and
Oh.
add a new route everywhere there isn't a route.
That sounds dumb.
I don't like this at all.
The layer rolled a nat 20. They all grow, and they will all get to act.
Where's this one go?
That'll go on that one, so we'll just, yeah, you just put it down below. We'll just remember that's attached to that ceiling one. Which will definitely put it in range of Beep Boop now. Ugh. All right, so we've got this one, which I think should be able to. Oh, that's on the floor. It rolled natural 20. It can reach you.
It's not on.
So that yeah, that one near Joel's gonna reach out and try and grapple Johan.
He's on the ceiling? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Or that one's on the ground.
I know it rolled natural
Oh,
20,
wow.
so I'm saying it has enough. Has
Oh,
just
yeah.
enough.
Of course it does.
And the one down there is going to grapple Beep Boop. That one's too short. Yeah, and add one there on the Carly side,
Oh, yeah.
Carly corner.
Cardi corner. Cardi corner.
Can you use the purple one just for webcam visibility? Yeah.
Or I can trade you.
Because then it looks worse.
Oh, that's the
Scary.
arrow.
I know, but that's just saying I could trade you.
Okay, and that one looks like it can reach Nazira, who's already grappled.
Double grapple.
That's funny. Okay, so first grapple, go around the horn here is against Johan. We've got a root trying to wrap around your waist and pull you down. Oh yeah, I was having them make. They were doing. No, yeah, that's right. They were. Their mechanic is actually they make an attack and they grapple on a success. So that will occur. Get that stat. There you are, refugees. All right. So first off is the attack against Johan.
Done.
A root plus.
Wherever it looks like there's like
17
holder.
against your AC.
Okay.
Oh, lucky dog. All right. We've got the next one against Beep Boop. Oh, your AC
Come at
is
me,
so
bro.
Annoying. Come on. just insulting. That's not. I'm not going to talk about it. And one for Nazira. This is finally somebody we can hit.
Is this against my AC?
Yes, it's a root attack.
I'm fine with that.
You can.
I'll stab you instead of magic. Yeah.
20.
Shield.
Yeah.
Ah! Curse your magic ways! But you are still grappled by the little fella. Okay. Alright, we've got new roots on the board. They're doing their thing, and that's their round. And we go from the roots layer to Quilla. Xerox, you're on deck.
Okay. I swim to the surface,
And?
I see. Bloop, bloop.
and I shoot up in the air and grab a root right above the harbinger.
Give me that easy peasy strength saving throw to grab on.
Easy peasy. And if I fall, then right on the harbinger, which is cool. Oh, natural 1, so I land on the harbinger.
What's your total?
Uh,
It's not, it's, I think the DC has been having this, the grab on the roof, just a 12.
it's a strength.
Strength saving throw.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean my strength is.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
true. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
You,
what's- so it's like a 0. It's a.
you grab on and just like, you're like, the oily wetness of the ocean, the raw ocean, just like coating your hands, causing you to
Can't
slip.
grab anything.
And you begin to plummet.
So I land on the harbinger, but as I'm falling,
Oh.
before I hit him,
You were teleporting right there. Oh.
before I hit him, can I
wait.
cast a spell?
1 second.
Damn it.
You want this to be a good roll.
Okay.
This would be helpful.
19.
The Darkstar Prince reaches out,
Oh!
lying there, and he grabs your hand.
Aww.
And we'll say that is
Darkstar?
enough to like grabs you, like gives you just like a muscle up and like pushes you up
Okay.
to where you can grab onto the.
Yeah, I grab on and I find like a weird bent root that like I can like even stand on a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, and I can see the harbinger below me.
You can.
I will cast. Trying to think if I need to do anything else first. I'm gonna cast Finger of Death.
Oh!
Is the Arbiter
Yeah.
as a zombie?
Yes.
But I'm gonna cast Finger of Death and see what happens.
Remind me of the.
He's probably.
It's got a good chunk of
Make it
HP left,
save.
because I think I mentioned at the beginning of all this that Big Boy in his final form here has around 500 hit points.
Yeah.
But you
so
guys
it's
have
a
knocked
lot.
a lot of that away.
I know it's probably not going to kill him, but I decided that
Yeah.
I would.
why
I don't
not?
want him to come back. So.
Yeah. And better now than when he's got another root on him.
Right, exactly, because he's vulnerable now. So that is, he needs to make a Constitution save, which he's probably going to make.
Okay.
Plus 30 to
that's-
I know.
His Constitution is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, he has a. What's the DC here?
20. Actually, 21, I believe.
Oh, very good. 'Cause he has a
Wow.
plus 19.
Okay.
Oh man, come on.
Yeah, 21.
That's
Oh.
a 16.
Okay. Yeah.
Natural, so.
Yeah. But I still get to roll 78. Which I don't have that many die. Okay.
I don't want to be the teacher's pet or anything, but
I'll pet ya.
Quilla did start her turn in rot water juice
Oh,
and had to swim
Oh,
out.
damn it, thank you. You're
Constitution
right.
saving throw.
Sorry, everybody.
Alright.
Sorry.
And because Darkstar Prince has changed its focus, the water is heating up again. So
Okay.
it's going back to full damage, but it's not that.
Oh, it's a typhoon. He's
It's-
not. Oh, he's doing both.
Yeah, he was doing
Yeah.
cold, now he's
Shut up,
doing
shut up.
movement.
Yep.
Don't be a Joel.
Don't be a Joel.
Okay, what am I rolling? The con?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Con saving throw
Now I feel
See if
bad.
back up.
No, you
is
shouldn't.
only 13.
That's a failure, so take 16 points of fire damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And you will take a level of exhaustion.
Doesn't this take like a while to heat up that water?
When it's raw swamp water, it gets in your nose and your mouth and it starts eating away at you as well. It's bad.
It's
Alright.
sticky.
1 point of exhaustion, which means I have problems.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay. Right.
So that's also bad for people's grapples and like acrobatics
Right.
checks and stuff. Athletics and acrobatics will be rough.
Okay. 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 Well, I'm going to roll this damage stuff. 7, 8, 9,
What are you doing again?
13. That finger of death.
Oh, that's right.
13 plus. Whoops. Nope.
God damn it.
13 plus.
You guys hear the ghostly moan of burn the horned bull. It's so restless.
28 plus 30 divided by 2. 29?
Um,
Damn it, that's not very cool.
I mean, hey,
29
damage is damage.
Yeah.
29 damage.
29 damage.
It's okay. We'll take it.
And then. Yeah. I think that's probably all I can do. Oh, wait, 1 second. As a. Can you do it as a bonus action? Oh no, it's an action thing, so never mind. Okay, that's all.
Alright. Alright, after Quilla, Xerox. And we'll be going back to Gray in probably a quick 5-minute break.
Alright.
Hit it with the hammer.
I will, I should be touching Nazira,
Yeah.
so I will move around her and try to break the grapple. Oh, also my Constitution saving throw is 21.
Oh, I think you're not in the rot swamp at this point because the Darkstar Prince made that cyclone of cleared space. So you're like in the middle of this whirlwind right now on the 50-foot platform.
Xerox is not in it, but I am in it.
Yeah.
But Xerox is still holding on to me.
Yeah, it's like Xerox is like holding on to you, and you're like you have like one hand stretched out through the like whirlwind Xerox and into the rot water to hold on to Nazira so she doesn't get pulled away by this rotling or the rot root. So you don't need to make the saving throw against the ocean this round.
Okay, sweet. So to break that grapple, my opposing athletics check is a 21.
Okay, so we'll do a pose between the rotling because the root you block the root, so it's just the rotling holding on. You got a 21.
Yeah.
This only has a +3, so it needs a very good roll here. It does not get it.
And I'm going to use my movement to shoot up to the ceiling and get
You,
pulled Nazira with me.
Oh, you're gonna pull Nazira all the way up too? Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So you fly. How far can you fly?
40 feet.
40. That's 55. That's enough. Like close enough. Your vertical reach is enough. You're plenty tall. You grab or give me a quick strength saving throw to grab on. This will be like just a 14 instead of a 12 since you're carrying someone else but within your weight limit, I'm sure.
A strength saving throw?
Yeah.
15.
15, you make it, you like slip for a moment, but then like grab on. There's just like two fingers and a thumb holding you and Nazira up on the ceiling until you like can push Nazira up and Nazira can grab on, and you both cling to the ceiling here.
Okay, and I've gotten the feeling that Gray can manipulate the forces of like life in here, right?
In many ways, yeah.
I'm going to offer, if he needs to pull on my reserves if he can cyclically, like strength-wise.
Wow. Absolutely. I'll say that Gray, you can pull from Xerox. You feel this willingness through the telepathic bond you carry. And if you want advantage on your next check,
yes.
you can pull from Xerox as well.
Absolutely.
You will both take the damage guaranteed. It won't be like mitigated. It's to improve your odds,
Okay.
not to like lessen the damage you're going to take.
Okay.
But that's all I can do really, so that'll end my turn.
Xerox the helper.
Can people
I
do
did.
this?
Yeah,
Do what I can, Gary.
You guys can talk as much, pretty much like within reason as much as you want, and give each other like battle updates and stuff of what you're doing and intending.
Xerox, my job is to keep you alive. Let's not go offering your body willy-nilly to...
I don't know. I have a large pool of hit points, so I mean, it's what I got to offer, man.
Oh, God.
Alright.
Pete Poop fails his mission.
Take 5 minutes and we'll return to Gray's next turn.
You explode and cause like a nuclear reaction. Failure mission.
Yep.
Oh.
I gotta go potty.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hold it anymore.
Oh, it's Gray's
We
turn.
return to Gray. Gray, you feel what is indescribably right and familiar as your roots have reached deep within the earth, burned away the rot and made connection with this great churning energy, this dynamo of life and creation that rests within the world, or doesn't even rest, but is continually active within the world. And there's that connection, you feel this like suffusion of energy and warmth and life and potential. But there is still more missing. You know that there is light, there is life, there is a source of this generation, this strangely interconnected process still waiting for you to access it. That is the light and life from the star above.
Star above the sun.
Zikaso.
Oh man, I just know about it.
Hashtag not my son.
Yeah. Gray's just gonna command his insects to attack Big Bad because fuck, this thing sucks. So 40 damage to it.
Okay.
Beep Boop, are you still like real bad off over there?
I mean, I'm not. Oh wait, not dead.
You can see not numbers, but what amounts to an HP bar. Like you can see, like I said, the very like essence of life within all of your companions here. So you can assess very accurately. And this is like one of those few times where like feel free to tell exact numbers or whatever is useful.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Gray is a nature god, right?
Yeah.
All right, but I'm not of nature. I'm not of this world.
I know.
I am 61 of 160.
Okay. Okay.
Super happy fun times over here.
Sorry.
Everyone else is.
No.
You see very little difference between the essence of life within your biological and non-biological companion.
My life essence is similar. Do I know that?
Gray is just among the billions upon billions of things that Gray is aware of right now, and is cataloged at least somewhere because Gray has remembered a little bit of who he is.
Huh. He's not going to remember to tell me that.
No way.
There's no way. It's not going to be a thing that I discover in this moment.
We are linked together mentally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that knowledge flashes through.
I don't think Gray would acknowledge it. Because he knows that you're alive.
Yeah.
Like, you're alive like everything else is alive. Like, duh.
Just the
I'm gonna give Beep Boop the HPs.
Yay!
You get 15 more HPs back. Gray's gonna reach out to accept Xerox's help and maybe try and like push more roots and root into this area for others to potentially grab hold of if they'd like.
You guys all see a tendril of the seed go follow one of the cracks made by the rot and through the Bellstone crystal until it winds its way till the surface, and like this thread, this needle of root from the seedling extends out and pierces Xerox and begins to draw life from him. And you can see also, since Gray said it, you guys can all see and like communicate through the Rories that you can see that these are under Gray's command. You can see more of these seedling, like these tendrils, reach to the surface to potentially accept any other donations.
Alms for the poor.
Does Xerox understand what Gray's understanding? Does she get the same understanding of the world?
No,
Okay.
no, your perception is unique.
Okay.
And it's not. It would overwhelm like anybody else that was like shared would suddenly be having to like make many of the saves that you had to make just to maintain a sense of who they were. And so like that's something that like like even as it's like potentially like spilling forth, to like try and like control it.
Okay. Gray would go in the same sacrifice he did last time.
Mm-hmm.
So he still has. This is like a weird game question. 6 HP left of the stone form.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot cast a. No, he can sacrifice a spell. Okay, he's going to sacrifice a spell, 4th level spell, and then take what would be the 40 damage.
Okay, perfect.
How much
that
of
is
that is
shared by you, Xerox.
Does my rage mitigate this?
It's a rage monster.
Tied closely to my life force, I would say.
Yeah.
I feel the rage in my
I would say
veins.
so. I would say
Rage.
your rage mitigates this.
So in terms of like damaging, like in terms of inflicting damage on me, Gray, you have almost a pool of 400 hit points.
He takes it back.
Outstanding.
Okay. Gray, give me a spell casting check. So spell attack check, please.
12.
Total?
What total?
What did you roll?
3?
Oh, oof.
Yeah.
No, you do this with advantage though because of Xerox's aid.
7? So 16.
That is exactly
Oh,
the
thank
number
God.
for each based on their counter roll here.
Oh
You feel once again like the rot is learning, adapting, and responding to what you're doing. It saw you reach down to the core of the world and try to interrupt and stop you, and it knows it has consumed the tree, and it knows what the tree is known for, or at least has access to it, and it suddenly sees your plan here, and it like you can see like what is left of the great stump, what was left of the tree, you can feel your energy course upwards into it, and you can also feel it begin to be battered by countless swarms of those like floating mines that you had passed through to reach this space, as the rot is now trying to just completely demolish the remnants of the tree, even as your like roots are extending upwards through the old wood, finding their way upwards out of the ocean, upwards into what any lingering remnants of the heartwood of the ancient tree, to access the sky and the light above. The clouds have burned away thanks to your alliance with the Dark Star Prince. No additional light is needed. You guys had talked about before about like summoning sunlight or something like onto this. This would be the moment where this would be needed, but because of your alliance with the Dark Star Prince, the storm that ripped through this space like burned through and like cleared a patch. Gray, you feel those tendrils of life searching and straining forwards, and the rest of you could see, but Gray, you can like almost like feel and see like a single seedling, like a branch, a new growth appear in the great rotten stump. Some brilliant, tiny new life springs forth, and this little tendril reaches out, and 2 leaves grow and expand out from it. And they drink in the sunlight. And the connection, as frail as it is all that is necessary as the power that you have carried in you your whole life is unlocked. And Gray, you feel this great rupture within you. You have now the challenge in this last moment, up to this next turn, is going no longer to be gaining access or unlocking this, but it will be trying to save yourself as this great torrent of energy pours forth from you. And you guys see that this entire space is brilliantly illuminated with really like this like strange chaos of burning, flaming, radiant light that is just like this orchestra of like potential of life, and it is like filling this space, and it is giving you all in this last round the ability to see as Gray does in this space. All of you in and out of the ocean of rot can see all of the others of you. You can see these like brilliant knots of radiant life bound up as each of you, your souls. You can see like almost your beating hearts. You can see through everything here. All the obfuscation that the rot has brought is dispelled for all of you in this potentially last round where Gray needs to try and save himself. And I think we'll go on from there. Gray, you feel this as this light spills forth into this space. You feel this connection made and just like instantly like strengthened in both directions to the sky and to the earth. And you feel this like infusion of energy just burst through you and begin to well up in and through the vast network of roots that you have become so familiar with. And you can feel the rot beginning to melt away. First at the fringes, but rapidly approaching here at the very heart of it, where the last strength of the rot is in the Arbinger. If the Arbinger escapes this place, it could potentially plant its seed again. So we'll go on. After Gray, we have Johan, and then Nazir on deck.
So Johan is going to want, seeing how problematic these tendrils have been, he wants to use chain lightning to try to... Oh. What?
That was me saying, "Oh God, yes,"
While yawning.
while yawning.
Okay, that was wild. He wants to use chain lightning to clear out as many of these tendrils as possible.
Harbinger?
Huh?
Can you
How
hit
many
the
targets
Harbinger?
can your chain lightning hit? And what's the range limit for a bounce?
The range is, let me get that up here. So it's 120 feet, and then from jump to jump, it is 30.
I think the only difficult one would be this one back here, but I think it can reach. I think you can get all of them and the Arbinger. What's the upper limit of targets?
I think you said 6.
6?
It's a total of 7, including the primary target. So it's the first target, and then 3, and then I'm upcasting it, so it's going to be an additional 3. So it's 7 total targets.
7 targets. So you can get all 4 of the roots. A 5th target can be the Arbinger, and then you have 2 more targets that can be for Rotlings.
Okay.
One of them is grappling to Zira, and you can see through the water.
No, it's
Camera
not.
down.
Oh, it's not anymore?
No, I'm
Oh,
up
that's
there
right.
with.
Oh, that's right. Xerox saved you. That's
Yeah,
right.
Xerox.
Oh, yeah.
I guess we can.
So you're here,
Yeah, give a.
Oh yeah, you're up high. You know
This,
that.
that wine thing's a wine cork, so rhymes there too.
Oh, cool.
I think it's pretty bottom heavy. Balance it on there. One of them.
Okay. That's what, I think that's going to be the move. So I'm going
Do they
to.
need a deck saves or something?
What?
Do they need? They have a save.
They will have a save, yeah.
Okay.
Just to call it out, I'm going to use my Destructive Wrath
Ooh.
for this,
That sounds fun.
and it is upcasted at 9th level.
Wow.
Fuck, man.
The DC here is Dex of 20.
Okay, so we'll do the roots. The roots. I think we've said before. The roots, since they're rooted, they have like a central spot. Like they fail deck saves. So the roots are automatically
Okay.
going to fail. My rotlings are probably going to die even if they succeed. So I'll let you roll damage before I waste time on that. So the only significant roll here, I think, is the Harbinger, who it's a deck save.
Yep.
Only has a +5,
Ooh.
but does have advantage against
Roll saves.
spell saves. Gets a 10 and a 17. So I think it will have
Nice.
to use. Does it have a legendary? Man, this fight's been going so many rounds now. Does it have any more legendary resistances?
To tell you the truth, I don't know that it's used too many.
I don't think
I
it's
don't
been
think
had to
so.
deal with
No,
many. Like you guys have been
yeah.
pretty clever about using like force walls and stuff. So I think it'll use one of its legendary resists. Since I can't remember for sure, I'll say it's used one before. So
I think that's accurate, actually. Oh gosh.
So it saves. Everything else fails or won't matter if they make it or not because their HP is so limited.
Okay.
What's the damage?
So, 80.
Large number.
All those roots are destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Where are you, root
They
man?
grow and they grow and they just keep getting weed
And the
whacked.
rotlings too.
The rotlings are destroyed.
How much ones?
All
only two.
of the rotlings.
I thought
Oh
you only
no,
had
no,
two.
the 2 inner ones.
These two.
These
One
Probably
and
the one that gets into
Oh,
your
yeah,
other one
I
right
didn't
in there.
see
Yeah,
that.
there's a secret one in there.
secret rotlings.
Holy moly!
Nice.
Plus 40 for your majesty.
So yeah, and then it was 80, so 40 damage against Harbinger.
Hot damn,
Has
Johan.
Resistances, but not the lightning. Damn. So 40 damage. Oh boy. The Harbinger of Rot is heavily wounded. Anything else from Johan?
Johan's really concerned, given the extensive use of lightnings and kind of the dedication that goes to Talos with activating his channel divinity. He's worried that this might draw some unwanted attention, but it's really, really important in this moment. I was just holding out hope for his buddy Gray, and with that, I end my turn.
Yeah. All right, that brings us to Nazira, I believe.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to cast Fireball at 8th level.
Oh,
Holy shit.
That's a very wizardy thing to do.
that's the most wizard.
That's the most wizardy thing.
So he'll need a dex save against DC 19.
Excellent. You chose the dex there.
Found a weak point on his saving throws, especially as it clings to the crystal here. With a plus.
Ooh.
I'm sorry to.
No, you did it.
What?
Got a nat 20. I would say.
You would.
You saw this though, right? Certainly you saw this.
For certain you have foreseen this
Did you
moment.
foresee this?
I didn't foresee it, but he can reroll it.
Luck?
Oh, what a lovely feat.
That's so
Fabulous.
Alright, we'll do it. We'll put it in here this time. +5. That's a 14.
+5.
Well, that'll consume the last
That's
legendary
nice.
resistance.
Ooh. Still a lot of damage.
Okay, I'm almost done.
I'm almost done rolling d6s. Want to throw a few more on the air?
Fireball.
It's a good spell. What about everybody? Oh,
It's just like
it's just gray in there, right?
No, it'll be angled so it doesn't hit Gray.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
It's a perfect fireball. It's a fire curveball.
it burns him right in the butthole.
In the butt.
The Arbinger has 8 legs and has 4 butts.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
It's canon.
All those legs sticking out have like some pretty powerful glutes.
Oh my gosh.
In each of the
That's
sets.
true. Lots of glutes.
That is.
Bulging with fungal strength.
I've heard.
questions about his digestive system.
I've heard stories about surgeons that were trying to put a cath in, and they were like, "Wait, which hole does it go in? Because there was more than one space for it to go."
Oh gosh.
Exciting experiment.
Wow.
10 minutes later, so there's like 1,300.
He's immune to fire.
I think we would have figured that out already.
56 points of damage.
56.
Yeah.
All right. It
Oh.
is not immune, but it is resistant.
Mm.
I don't know if I messed that up before. That's my bad. So,
Way to tell us now.
hey, we don't even know if I made a mistake. That's covered my ass. 56, you say? So it'll be 28.
Still.
But I think it would kill this thing.
Which thing? Oh, yeah, if you can collect, yeah, any rotlings you can get in that will be destroyed as well, for sure. Even with the save.
The real question is Xerox a god? Because I have that written in my notes.
I mean, if you put it in your notes, I'm sure that's.
Is Xerox a divine god? And if so, can I too?
More like a demigod.
All right. Anything else from the Zero?
Wait, you didn't. How do you want to do this? You forgot to say how do you
I
want to
forgot
do this.
something. The Arbinger yet lives, even as it is charred and broken in so many places. Some of its legs aren't functioning anymore, and it's just like they're just like hanging loose. It looks heavily wounded, but it will continue its singular purpose, and that is destroying Gray.
Does it go first? Or
Oh,
wait,
it
is
already
it turn?
did the fucking thing though, Gray.
Uh-oh.
You hear through the telepathic bond, Quilla saying, "We need to keep it here."
The Arbinger. Okay.
I don't like where this is going.
Josh can see him now. Glibness! He's glib!
I mean, we have what, at least 3
The
counter spells
Arbinger's
in it?
well aware and is trying to find a way around this.
Kill it with fire. Or not fire. Acid?
Do that.
No. Not psychic. Kill it with frost.
It's immune to psychic, resistant to fire. I don't know what else we know.
It has resistance to psychic,
Yeah, oh yeah.
Or
I think
immune.
it's immune to psychic.
charm,
It,
prone, psychic.
Yeah, charm from.
It knows it's not going to survive another round. It sees that Gray has made the connection it needs, and there is only one chance to strike a Gray before
Oh no.
Gray's victorious. The Arbinger still has a thread of rot in you, Gray, as it always has. How much HP do you have?
Ooh.
97 altogether.
97 total.
I mean, maybe.
The Harbinger
Can Gray feel the Harbinger looking inside of his body?
absolutely.
Can he attempt to lie?
Oh! Let me
And he's attached to Xerox, which means he has a whole other bunch of pool of health that could be masking
Oh,
Ray's
that seals it. I'll allow it. You can make a deception check you see that the Harbinger, you can sense of the Harbinger, this thing that you have had connected to you since you were born. You can sense in this moment that it is wavering, even as it's like continuing to like its voice is roiling in your mind, like I will drown the flame in you. You will gutter out. It is considering fleeing. So yeah, make a deception check, and if you beat its insight, you will keep it here this round, and if it for one more round, if you fail, it will flee.
Plus.
It has a +6 to its charisma. It does not have insight as a skill.
It's not dirty 20.
20, so
Dirty
it's a
20.
14.
Oh, kabooga! Booga!
10!
It's not fleeing.
It is not fleeing. It thinks that
Almost dead!
yeah. There's this weird thing, Xerox. You just felt all this life drain out of you for just moments ago. You feel energy feeling like it's being transfused back into you for a moment as Greg hides his life force within you for just a moment, but long enough to complete this deception. And the Arbinger, for its vaunted 29 intelligence, is fooled in this moment. And it will try and destroy Gray. It will cast Shatter again, since that worked well against the Bellstone before. And I think that's the best damage it can do in a single round.
It'll do 6 points of shatter damage. So I guess, I don't know how that works. 12?
Yeah. it is-
Counter
12 thunders.
Counterspell?
Well, I'm sorry. Did someone say counterspell?
In this moment, the deception is so perfect. The Arbinger, this massive spider brain, is so fooled, so taken in. It is it throws everything it can to this one last moment before it realizes that there are two counterspell cannons thrown at it, and it tries to shatter at 7th level. And you, the two of you, in unison, just dismantling this magic before it can, even, be summoned. And the spider, the Arbinger realizes what a fool has been made of in this moment as it ends its turn. With nothing but legendary actions between it and destruction. Holy shit. Okay, that ends its turn. The Darkstar Prince will maintain these. No, it knows you all can see, and the Darkstar Prince as well can see through the obfuscation. So the Darkstar Prince says, "No more tricks," and just plummets down with his blade extended to impale the Arbinger.
Nice.
It's gonna make his little attacks. That's gonna be a miss.
Congratulations, Mark. You killed yourself.
Darkstar Prince, where's my stat? There you Lands with this great sword, just like leaving this trail of inky blackness on the swing. Is going to swing down. And ends up dealing 29 points of slashing and radiant damage.
How does he want to do this?
Not even quite yet. I usually the heavily wounded when he still had, because of how much health he had, still had like 120 HP or something close to that.
That's a beefy boy.
Yeah, that'll end the Dark Star Prince's turn. His blade is embedded in the Arbinger's, trying to wrench it free to deliver another killing blow. And his turn will go to Beep Boop with the layer on deck.
Legendary action?
He will use a legendary action to take the attack from the legendary action. So it's going to make its attack just kind of compress and break through the crystal, the Bellstone crystal, and get the gray. So since you are ultimately, you can't defend yourself within the crystal, so it's just going to do the damage. It doesn't need to roll. Two more of these. That's going to be 21 points of damage.
Okay.
So it'll break your form. You'll turn back into gray.
Mm-hmm.
There's still this strangely gray seems large. The shape changes back to gray, but you're still large and you're still pregnant with the seed in this last moment. The magic of this moment has taken in your power.
But just a lot more roots from it attached to me than there were before.
Yeah. That's the legendary action. Okay. And we can continue. Where were we?
We were at me.
Seafood. Yes, that was the Dark Star Prince Leggy. Okay. And then the layer, and then Quilla.
Okay. Da, 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 da. This is an interesting moment in which I don't have any way of getting really to it. Has the rot swamp water decreased at all, in flowiness as it comes in, or is it still pouring in?
It's still pouring in. The Armiger and the Rod is focus all of its attention. So even as it's losing the war, it's still assaulting this location with everything it has.
Do I have a sense that if the Arbinger is dead, the rot swamp water will stop, or that we're still going to be stuck in a room that is filling up with swamp water?
You think that from what you've seen and what Gray, what is being kind of communicated through Gray, is that victory is imminent, and it means victory was almost imminent here. The challenge is one, making sure the Arbinger doesn't escape, and two, it's only a matter of you think that if you can hold this off and keep Gray safe, that the rot will have spent itself very soon, and things will stop, regardless if the Arbinger escapes or not.
Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, can I...
We're really down to seeing if the Arbinger will be a reoccurring villain after this point, or if the rot has been truly destroyed and eliminated here.
Can I clamber across the ceiling to get to them?
I'm sure you'll have a
I can use
speed. Better way of playing.
So that's 15 feet. 5, 10, 15. Ugh, that's close.
There's also a fall there.
Yeah,
So
I know.
You could get an extra 5 feet, I'd say, with the fall, just sort of more forward.
With the falling forward. Sword in hand, I will take a page out of my good friend Xerox's book and fall upon my enemy and cast Booming Blade, and hopefully that hurts.
It's not what I think it is.
That is what I think. I was trying to remember if I could roll anything else to make that not happen. That natural one hurt.
Ooh.
And I don't think it hits.
The natural one's always a miss.
So I'm gonna land on its head and slip and like bounce off and like land down there.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Ow!
That's some fall damage. I feel like with the natural one on the attack, you can suggest otherwise, but I feel like you just fail.
Yeah.
Such a cinematic moment. Slide right off.
It was beautiful when it was.
I will let you make a check though to share the damage with the Arbinger. Do some damage with your body as a bludgeon as you fall.
What kind of check?
Be acrobatics. It's acrobatics, but you're really trying to be as anti-acrobatic as possible.
I rolled a 12.
12. We'll say that's enough for half damage to be shared.
Yay.
You take 11 from your fall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. There's supposed to be D6, so I had the wrong dice. Let me reroll that real quick.
Okay.
Only 9 points of damage.
Okay.
So the Arbinger will take 4.
Oh, and I took 4? Or I take 9?
You take 9.
Still. Great. Perfect. Beautiful. As I hit the ground, cannon. And I shoot him in the face for a 21 to hit.
Nailed it.
Yay!
Nice.
For 11 points of damage to the face. And I think that's if he's large or smaller, and I think he's bigger than what the pushback.
Big old boy will not be pushed back.
He shan't be pushed.
He's got so many toes and like so many
Yeah, they're clinging
rocks
to
and
everything.
webbing and everything else.
Alright.
It just says, and if the target is a creature, it is pushed back up to 5 feet. It doesn't give me, not that it super matters, but...
this thing's like clinging.
It's a force cannon.
Force cannon. We'll say that it as it's grabbed onto the crystal, it spins it.
Okay, that's fair.
It does have 10 feet of reach, which we've learned from the past.
That's fair. Okay.
Anything else from Beep Boop?
Cool. Nazira, how long does it take to cast teleport? That hurt.
One action.
Great. That's my turn.
About 6 seconds.
It is.
I hold up my middle fingers to the rot as I lay down in front of it.
This is a layer's turn.
Legendary action.
Oh.
It's going to attack the crystal and gray again. You again cannot evade it. 22 points of damage, bludgeoning damage.
Oh god.
That's Ledgy. We go on to the lair where, with all the roots of tension here in this place, all the roots grow, but none of them can reach the
They were
Arbinger.
wiped out by the lightning.
Yeah, they're all fresh growths, and none of them can reach the Arbinger.
Mark, am I sharing this damage with Greg? Still.
Pardon?
Am I sharing this damage with Greg still?
Sorry. No, you're basically you're giving Gray advantage on the checks to make those magical connections he's been trying to make. So you're giving Gray access to your health and stuff as a battery to help jumpstart those checks.
Cool. Just to clarify, thank you.
So all those come out. I think the only one that's going to have to be able to reach anybody is Nazir, but you're on the ceiling now, so none of the roots can do anything, even with this final burst of growth, thanks to the chain lightning. Holy cow.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, that's the layer. Quilla, you're up.
Quilla is gonna warlock like a warlock and try to blast this guy with
Eldritch Blast.
AC 17.
Okay,
That wins.
that's 31, 27, and
Are you talking to us, Josh?
6 plus.
Oh, I just said it's just 31. That's fine.
Yeah, just
A mere 31.
and
okay.
then 18, so they all hit.
Oh boy, there's the moment as you unleash your Eldritch Blasts, you feel this strength, this pull that's empowering your magic. It feels not entirely dissimilar to what you're used to, but instead of in and around you, like the tides of the world that you are so native to, this feels like an alien pull. An alien tide, an alien force.
Oh God, it's almost here.
Oh gosh. 12 and 11 and 12 for my damage, so 24 plus 11 is 35 damage.
It had taken, at my count, 465 points of damage. And you do 25?
35.
35. That brings it up to 500, which is 5 more than
Yeah, it's blasted and it's all like weirdly radiant seawater
Ooh.
that's like makes it melt and just like dissolves it. And would it rust a little bit as it's dissolving?
You guys do see the wounds left by these bursts of this radiant seawater. The wounds bleed out into this familiar reddy rust color as
It probably stinks. I mean, it already stinks.
Quilla's magic has certainly changed and is a color that I think you would all recognize as being very similar to that of Rotha.
Oh God.
Interesting.
With that gray, you feel the increasing and compounding pressure of the ongoing attacks of the Arbinger against the Bellstone and against you. You feel that suddenly one last clench and then it releases. And you see in this moment your companions all around you. Yeah, as the Arbinger, it's formed one of the blasts takes off one of its combined pair of legs that just falls off, starts to slip off of the Bellstone, and then two more slam into it. One breaking through the long appendage that held that porcelain mask covered face that falls to the ground, the mask shattering on the roots down here. And lastly, one more slams into the actual mass of brain, and it hemorrhages and seizes and then collapses and begins rapidly dissolving into the very similar liquid that makes up most of the rock ocean here. And Greg, you feel that Arbinger die, and you still feel the great rush of radiant life flowing out and through you. Your companions take a breath of relief as the ocean of rot seems to slow, at least, its filling of this space. As the rot has lost its last brain here, its last commanding, unified, powerful thing, and dissolves back into just this mindless mass which is being burned away. Even this moment, Gray, you can feel the surging power that you've unleashed in the world, just like consuming and burning and eating, like all these like natural processes, these ways to like consume and deal with the rot. All of that's happening, and even so, you feel in this last moment all this like surging energy rushing through you, and Gray, your vision, your experience, your mind begins. Now that you see that this is done, your mind begins to shrink back. Shrinking and shrinking away from these vast connections that you've made throughout the world, throughout all these living creatures that have walked the world, and you return more and more back to Gray. And there is a befuddling moment here, Gray, as you are being transitioned from that great wealth of experience and knowledge and wisdom back to this limited form that is your body. And you struggle to like recollect and like in this transition to like rebuild what it means to be Gray. Like you've experienced so much in the last like minute that like it was so much that it could have wiped Gray away. But there is still something here, something that wants to help, that is still struggling to like maintain itself enough that it can continue to do that. And Gray, as you come back to yourself and your body, you can give us one last wisdom saving throw here, Gray.
With advantage.
Pardon?
With advantage.
With advantage, truly, thanks to your connection to Xerox. And the difficulty here has been reduced to a mere 10.
18 is the highest one, so.
Nice. That one doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We re-roll those.
Let's ignore that one over there. Actually, I guess I could re-roll it.
Re-roll those.
Yeah.
That's not any better. Wisdom saving throw is going to be 21.
Gray, if you've learned anything in your life, it's that you don't have to know everything in the world to know what's important and to know what's meaningful to you and what you need. And as like the vast like innumerable billions upon billions of lives that Gray now has experienced are like stripped away and brought back into this form, Gray, not only do you recall yourself and who you are, but you aren't the Gray that you were. You've experienced too much. And your intelligence and wisdom have both each gone up by 4 points.
Oh, shit! Gray, there is a smell of just baking food, of a warm home, of community, and there is this lingering presence of the halfling goddess Yandala. And in this moment, as you are recollecting yourself, she helps you as much as you have helped yourself through all this. But she helps you and guides your transition back to yourself. And you recall these snippets. You have these like experiences that weren't yours but now are. And Yandala gives you the life that you would have had if you weren't taken by goblins. So you have both of those things now. You have the experience that made Gray Gray and all the horror that included, but you also have this experience and these lives lived of halflings in community and like in the Bramblewood and living and growing and having like an education and being taught to read, great things like that. And you, as you return to yourself, you are
enlightened through that experience.
Great, I can talk.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You guys look around as the water begins to settle away. Gray has just stepped forth from the Bellstone crystal and said that he can talk. He stands maybe a couple inches taller, and better nutrition in his body.
I think Quilla sits down on the root she's been, like, perched on.
The water
Sarah's
continues to recede from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
The water begins to pool away and drain, and at the same time, you can see that it's not just receding into the world, but it's being consumed and burned away from below, and that like light that's been emanating from the worlds, like from beneath and through the roots, continues to grow, and this place is purified in the coming minutes. As you take it as long as you all need in the exhaustion of this battle.
Oh my god.
A lot.
I'll
was
pass fly on all of us who are still up on the top.
You all are able to fly or float and arrange yourselves, come down peacefully to the ground as it's being revealed.
I'm gonna stand up. But are you okay there, Gray?
I am okay.
Oh fuck, that's weird. No.
Great,
Sarah,
nice.
this puts her hand on your shoulder.
Thanks, Nazira.
Oh god.
I'm gonna need a moment.
God.
This is a lot.
It is.
And Ray kind of like sits down, kind of like runs his fingers through like the grimy earth, you know, like trying to feel what he just felt again.
Quilla like touches her neck where the rot had left a mark to see if she can feel
Little
any
tender.
bump to it. or any-
It feels like a freshly healed wound. Great. That same, when you see Quilla kind of reaching towards that mark, you feel your birthmark in it. There's no more twinge, no more paint, no more paint, no more hint of the presence of the rot in your body.
It's gonna cast Detect Poisoning Disease, and just like
Like the
feel
magic
that.
expands out from you. Nothing in this space.
It is gone. Quilla, you too.
Yeah.
Can we down. Can we see the like plant growing now in the center of the great tree?
Yeah. The last thing
Stone's
here.
a lot.
Nazira, please.
Let's not desecrate them.
The seed needs it more than you do.
The seed is strong.
Great. The last thing here is that what had been the great tree grew and died. It can't be reborn. That's the way of living things. And you know that whatever will take its place will need guidance, will need will be something new and will need to find its way. And what that looks like as this like power and connection is still lingering within you is very much up to you. You have carried this seed and this potential for so long that it is as much a part of you as you are it. And as this new life, this new source of abundant magic and life in the world is born, what form that takes is, that's it, largely up to Greg. It will be a growing, vibrant, living thing that can bring new life into the world and change and adapt with changing times. But the world tree is gone. You don't need to decide that right now.
All right.
Cool. How do you feel?
Grateful.
I mean, yeah. I noticed your magic changed.
Yeah. Not sure yet what to think about that. But it's got us here.
And you feel okay though?
Yeah, I think so.
Feel a buzz with a little bit of tense energy that feels new and different.
Yeah.
You get a little uncomfortable.
Something has changed. I have a feeling that might be what we, something has changed. I don't know what that means yet. But, okay. Something helped us do this. I'm figuring out a role. I don't know what I sacrificed to make this happen, or if there was another cost. But I expect we'll find out.
I don't think we're the only one that hasn't changed. Looking at the Dark Star prints and Xerox.
Yeah.
Certainly, we've all changed from this encounter.
That's quite wise, right?
Oh fuck, that's weird.
I suppose I can't bribe you with papers anymore.
I have plenty.
He can read them now!
I think this belongs to you. And hand you a book back.
Oh, shit. Oh. Hmm.
Well, I think Shippy was on their way down.
Shippy pipes in and says, I don't know what I did, but whatever it is, it seems to have helped. Everything's turning back to normal, or what once was normal here, I imagine.
Good job, Shippy.
Happy to be of service.
Can we get a sense, like, this is a very magical space, but is there more to this space than what we've seen currently? Like, we have the sense that this is a ley line, or has been, like, is that evident, or can that be detected?
I think that, especially with Nazir here, you guys have learned that, like, the ley line nodes are probably like, you guys have had some indication this is the case, but like confirmation like the bellstone, one of these like bellstone crystals form naturally in this particular way. These are like the vortex, like node of the vortex where like magical energy is like kind of converging. So these are like, I think I've described it before as like the like physical manifestation of these ley line nodes are these like bellstone, these big bellstone crystals. There's bellstone elsewhere that aren't specifically like ley line nodes. There's like more like stuff you would find and mine and refine versus like finding this like perfect giant bellstone crystal. So yeah, I think you guys would know that this is certainly the center of a ley line node.
And did the crystal, it's back in good shape? Or what does the crystal look like?
It is like you can see as like even as this like seedling of like gray nose like still determining what shape it's going to take in the world. It is like you can see these tendrils that had been like had reached out to like potentially like use you guys as batteries are now like look like they're like almost like mending this crystal. Like there's some interaction here going on with the crystal and the seedling that whatever damage was done will probably be healed relatively quickly.
Okay.
Gray's guessing like Druidcraft to like this goes this way, this way.
It's like perfect like growth inside.
Shippy, how is ellipses?
Oh shit.
I hate to say it, but it sounded from the change in tones and wailings coming from the that Ellipses is not doing great.
Oh.
I feel he was made of the rot. I don't know if he'll survive this. He was far more rot than anything I've ever seen.
We should have killed them a lot earlier.
He wouldn't have slept.
That.
More urgent printing to be done. We're in book club too. Classic.
Yeah, Xerox is making some really weird printing noises.
This thing has a mind of its own. I've shut it down twice.
User error. User error. User error. User error.
There's an opening now at the top that we can see the sun through? Or
No.
That was just shining
just
on the
that.
top of
Okay.
the rock root or the rock trunk. And it like was allowed to like after Gray had already like reached magically vertically upwards really far into the rock stump was what allowed the little tendril to see the sun and be like kickstart the process. But in here it's still enclosed. But Gray,
And the water's
this is your place now. Like
Yeah, I was about to say.
there's like this lingering magic and stuff, and you can still this like connection to the bellstone, like this like object of extraordinary magical power, just like the bellstone crystal, but combined with the sapling, like there's so much potential and life in this thing right now. If you wanted to bring sunlight in here, you could.
Yeah, you see like giant ovals up here with like leaves half covering them, adding just a nice little ambiance of like greenish tint coming in. The light still pours over the seed, and all these intricate structures of plants kind of weaving in and out of each other, creating these like intricate the fence, the like crisscrossing fence, but lattice network of like vines and stuff, kind of sealing in the tree, but exposing a lot of light to it, giving that protective barrier.
What do we do with this space now, Gray?
We must grow. Become new tree, new grove.
We are still in the middle of the waste.
When Druids come, they know.
Oh shit.
Feel earth. It's hard sometimes.
It's a transition.
Get used to space. thinking.
I'm sure Gray's speech patterns were well established.
Yeah.
Change.
It's difficult living in a shell of yourself, but a druid circle must be established here. There must be growth. The tree must be protected.
Do you want to go, or want me to go, or any of us to go to get some druids?
I don't know. I didn't think this would ever happen. Carrying the weight of becoming a seed, you don't always expect to become a tree. Many seeds are eaten or waste away. I never felt that this was going to be possible. I think I need to think about it.
This is pretty amazing.
This is necessary. We cannot lose this tree. Its implications lie much further than any of us could withstand.
Could the sheep grow on Chippy?
No. No. This will need the warmth of the planet. And
Do you think this will change the bone waste?
it will have an effect for sure.
As you consider Quilla's question, Gray, you feel like something itchy. And like you look down among your feet and you see like you instructed your energy and the insect that you summoned to consume the rot. And what have they left behind but the richest, most fertile soil? And you see what you might expect to see first in the expanse of this like recently just completely transformed and like consumed and burned soil and stuff. These tiny little caps of mushrooms, again, these like fungal growths, but they're good and they are healthy and they are of this world, and they like grow, they begin like, you can see them growing up around your feet.
Gray is kind of walk amongst them, feel their frills, and kind of build up some earth around them. I'll need some time, and he's gonna start casting a spell, which it's gonna draw upon he's gonna pick up some of those crystals that are laying on the ground and consume them to cast a spell on one of the mushrooms. I think it'll last 8 hours.
Can you see invisible
things?
You guys see as Gray begins working on some incantation in this space. And why don't we all take a 5-minute break as that magic begins to get underway.
Alright, that's fine. I just wanted to also be working on a 10-minute spell, so I was going to find space somewhere, probably not maybe dead center, because I don't know how big this tree is going to get, but I want to make like a little statue of Gray somewhere in this space, made out of bellstone to like, encapsulate the space. So I'm going to use my fabricate spell to make a little Gray. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Zira whips out some parchment and a quill and is going to start writing a list.
Which one of us was on the nice list and which is on the naughty list?
This will require a long rest. As he continues casting the spell.
So we resume with Gray beginning this magical incantation. Go ahead.
So Xerox would have walked up to before the Dark Star Prince leaves. If they haven't left already, would have walked up and said, our thanks. It's doubtful we would have made it this far without your assistance.
I thank you for giving me the opportunity to help you strike this blow against the forces of darkness and corruption upon our world. It has been many millennia in darkness that I have walked, waiting for heroes to arise from this world and take the battle to the enemy again. I hope that this is a sign that I may soon shed this darkness I wear as a cloak.
Who does he mean by enemies? Who do you mean by enemies?
All those that would violate bonds of life and trust. I, even as a memory as I am now, I am a loyal fury against those who break those bonds and those who would destroy life.
Heard that before. But I don't know if it's this game.
And these are those who violate life and trust? So it was life and...
The bonds of life and trust, yeah.
Wait a second. Did we just break into Xerox's character that she's actually playing a game?
Xerox has broken the fourth wall.
Oh, shit.
Gray's smart enough to finally figure it out.
How do you feel about Bellerophon?
Bellerophon was a great champion of his time. But unfortunately, the heroes of that age failed. I hope you do not.
I mean, Bellerophon failed, but is present and not totally forsaken his cause.
He looks at you surprised. Says,
What?
Bellerophon lives.
In a way.
In a very...
Fell to darkness.
He holds on to what little light.
Hope
No matter, yes, sustains him.
to restore him potentially.
There's a glimmer where for a moment the inky darkness that covers this form just falters for just a moment, and you can see this glimmer of light coming from within, and it then is stifled again. That is good news. If he still retains himself, he is a worthy ally.
Well,
We're trying to aid him. That was one of a growing number of
That's the list I'm working on right
Yeah.
now.
challenges of things we are trying to set right.
he is sustained in Ilmater's ascent, and hopefully if the Wand of Orcus can be reclaimed, he might have something to do with our final
Our final
successes.
Orcus is my enemy,
Yeah.
Yes, he's all of ours.
but it is not for Orcus's sake that I shroud myself. The one that wields the power of the five divines is my enemy as well.
Ours as well.
Speaking of which, Whitney, are you here? Can you see her?
I'll look around.
There is blessedly no sign of the whispered lady.
People know that we're here. They're aware this fight is going on. I cannot believe that she is not watching.
Maybe there's some kind of...
I think we severed that tie, though.
That doesn't... You
yeah.
dampened it. I don't trust that is gone. This is all in character.
I see no scrying eyes.
Gray, you know, like even as you're like working on your magic that feels effortless to you, you can hear your companions talking, and you know that what has occurred here, like some of the other events in the recent Big Health Gang past, will be discernible around the world. You don't need to be scrying on the results of this battle to know its outcome. It will shape the foundations of the world, and people who are listening will know.
Okay.
Do you know what's happening with Martha?
Oh, yeah.
No, I do not. There are things that I must omit from myself to maintain my limited aspect.
I think I can help with that, and I'll cast Sending to Rataria and say, oh, you have free sending though, huh? You don't have to. But did you get?
I have.
Name written in the book.
Yeah, Vitaria is still in the chat book.
I did.
Not
I think, yeah.
She's in the
Victoria
chat.
is in the
She's
chat.
in the book of
not-
faces.
Not in life. Not the book of
Book of faces. Oh my gosh, no! What have we done?
She's not protected, but she's...
Who's in her top 6?
No.
She's self-invited.
Offer a reference to sign.
Uncle Ned is getting off the list.
It was like, you have a message from Quilla. Listen to this 15-second advertisement.
For all your trading goods.
Yeah, it's more Wingbone advertisement or Wingbone trading company before you can hear the message from Quilla. It's just coincidental. We bought the ad space. We didn't know where it was going into our canosphere.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, where were we?
We're gonna send a message to Vitaria to see what Roth is doing.
Yeah. I'll send a message to Ataria. Success beneath the great tree. What's happening there? And what has something happened with Ratha? I think that's probably the one.
Get back. The gift have yet to report in on the outcome of their strike. Ratha has stopped in its tracks, approaching the world.
Why?
Do you think that's a good thing or ominous?
It is unnerving to see anything in the sky stand still.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell where it's positioned?
Yes, we can. Now, we can, with Ainaru's help, we can identify its location exactly.
And that is?
I mean, like,
I mean,
some
Okay, not
coordination
like
space. That
there's
I'm like,
not
okay,
like
that's a position.
okay,
Yeah.
like nothing that's like obvious that's right over.
Yeah, like the Panopticon has like a system, like a reference system, but it's just like numbers in a
Okay.
in a set.
Okay.
That within that
Maybe
network
Shippy
can
can
be.
help us map that. Back up.
Yeah, you think that like if you could connect to like Ainaru or something more directly, or Shippy could probably use the atlas to integrate that, or
Okay. Yeah.
there are definitely ways you could. So long as Shippy was like brought into that conversation, you could probably figure out where that is.
Okay.
How do you feel about Illithid deep mines?
They are among many threats to our realms that come from beyond, from the realms still clinging to what they were after they should have passed on from the old world. These things too must be fought to maintain the sanctity of these worlds, of our realms. But they are not, that is not my battle.
There is at least one in this crystal sphere.
So long as it remains, your world remains in peril. You will not find immediate solutions to any of your problems by seeking aid from gods and greater powers. The strength of your world is it is at the center of all things. And in this age, it is above as it is below. You cast your will into the world. The gods reflect it. You are in control of this realm and this age. The gods may aid you, but they will not lead the way.
Well, they can't. They banished themselves. They abandoned. But
Or we're bound.
Both things are true. To have tried to have stayed, they would have been untrue to themselves and the world that they reflect.
God, why am I defending gods in a freaking game? It's terrible. I left a yucky feeling in my mouth.
That's how I feel sometimes with Quilla's marketing.
Ugh. But I agree with you. The gods are not our only source of help. We are still lacking in what is most important, and that is knowledge. And that is where we need to fuck up that D-mind. Just saying, if you want to be real helpful.
So we need to find the deep mine and make contact with the Githyanki.
Already.
I am
Again.
here right now, and I was able to lend my strength because of the magic conjured by your companion.
Interestingly, what plane do you reside in?
I walk in shadow upon the mortal realms.
I'm hearing ethereal.
In the material itself. A
Interesting.
shadow in the daylight, I am a fraction of what I was.
Are you sure you don't want this shark back, though?
At the mention of that, though, it says, carry a relic that is of my flesh, but also alien to it, opposed to it.
I have a pretty deep hole. I could throw it down if you want me to.
Does it have a purpose?
Does it have a purpose?
Or should it be destroyed?
Is there a way to destroy it?
Another question.
As far as I know, it cannot be destroyed until it is reunited with its true owner.
Let's go with that.
Orcus.
Oh, great. Wait,
All right.
what?
It says, once long ago, before mortals knew to record their history, I rose up from among them, take on a purpose, and take on the mantle of the gods themselves, to bring the war to the very depths of the hells, to strike a blow against evil once and for all. My brother, my comrade in arms in that war, we took the battle where the gods could not go, deep into the hells. And that campaign waged untold years. And it was not won or lost, but it was interrupted by the arrival of the rot, by the fracture of our world and those things beyond coming through. It struck through me as the comet of this evil fell to the greatest depths of creation, into the darkest pit of evil. And in that moment I was struck, I was split in two. One half of me given to the madness of what lurks beyond our worlds, lurks beyond the heavens and the hells and the realms of chaos beyond. And there was a fragment of me that remembered who I was. You look upon me, and my other face is Orcus. And he remains my enemy. Opposed to me as well was my former comrade in arms in that war,
Your
who
brother?
fell as well and became the devil himself as Mobius.
Quite the family tree.
We were both heroes of our age that were elevated and invested in powers beyond our own. And we were both lost.
And we're both trying to come back.
Asmodeus exists both in the hells and in your world. The material realms are coveted by the forces of evil and anyone who would like to see their will effected upon the multiverse in all realms. Your worlds are at the axis of change and potential, and are the most important in the ever and ongoing battles between great powers. This fragment of Asmodeus that remains here, that has hooked its claws into your world, it is an insidious aspect, one that still remembers a fragment of its humanity and its purpose. Mired in that memory. The fragment of Asmodeus that remains in your world believes that it works for the benefit of your kind. It wants solely to win that war that we fought those ages ago, once and for all, to fight against the forces of chaos and evil, vanquish them entirely. And it believes that it will then create a new potential, a new world, a light, to shine the way to something better. You will not convince them or their members, the Hashemadai, who abandon that cause. And what they seek to do is to take your world, that shining light that it is, plunge it into the greatest darkness, to be a beacon, a forward base from which a final assault can be made upon the forces of evil. Your world will be taken into the hells itself.
Oh.
And the fate of those that remain on this world will fuel that battle. Never has the strength of 5 gods been wielded from within the hells themselves. And the pact made by Hashemadai with the 5 divines will give them that power.
They did this willingly?
The 5 divines. Yes.
Fuck off! God.
We learn that the gods have no better impulses than a lot of us.
Need a reset?
Can you clarify about that, how that happened? Did they say, yes, you can use our power to take us into the hells so that you can use our power to be stronger?
No.
I was under the impression that it was some sort of loophole that Hashemadai had managed to bind them for so long.
So long as Hashemadai has a descendant of their ancestor, the Asmodeus was able to create progeny upon the world.
Mm-hmm.
And after the realms were split and the gods were forced away, that progeny remained. And as long as any one of those remains on the throne, the loophole remains that they may be invested with the power of the 5 divines.
I see.
And by this, Hashemadai has lurked lingering in your realms, always seeking to conquer your world, to take it into the hells. But know this: Hashemadai has failed now twice.
Were they trying to use the rot? Or
They will take what they can if they sense they will fail a third time.
Like the Imperial, what they've already conquered.
All lands that lay under the control of the Gwengold Imperium will be stripped, scoured from your world, and taken to the Hells.
I mean, that's one way to get rid of a piece of shit.
Who needed them?
Somehow I don't think that's the optimal solution.
No, probably not so much.
There must be a way to stop that from happening.
Just
So
defeat the
maybe it
Glengold
means we
Imperium.
need to act fast. When
When
we
we use
do.
new strength.
It seems as this conversation has gone that the Darkstar Prince has had more again and again been like interrupted or paused by another like interruption in their inky blackness. As if even this conversation is revealing themselves in some way. And you understand, especially you, Nazira, as the manipulator of the magic that brought them here, that that connection is being frayed and will break soon. So no, just out of character, you have limited questions left available to you.
Do I get a sense of whether this is factual information? Is he telling us the truth, or is he telling us the truth that
You mean
he
insight
knows?
But Kula wants to insight also.
You guys, yeah.
Just, cover our bases.
God damn it!
Oh man, I gotta use my.
I can't tell that you are trying. Oh, thank God. Less than that by a lot. 11.
Okay. The Darkstar Prince certainly seems to be speaking the truth. Like, what they're like, it's not, I mean, you can't know that for sure, obviously, but like, it seems like they are intentionally maintaining this like camouflage on themselves at all times. And that sharing this information is making that more difficult for them. And as like time is like these questions go on, like conversation continues, you are finding it like more and more obvious that the Darkstar Prince is straining to maintain, be here and just to like answer your questions. And like isn't like in this moment, like isn't like trying to like convince you of things that you haven't asked about, isn't trying to like necessarily isn't like coming to you with like a story that they're like telling you like this must be the way, like trying to convince you per se, but like again, you can't be sure. But like I think with that role and what they've got here, like the every indication that you get with that role is that they're trying very sincerely trying to communicate what they at least believe to be true to you.
Oh my God. So bad. So bad.
How do we stop that from happening? Or a direction to look so we can research it.
Just as Orcus left an anchor here,
Gotcha.
you will find it in possession of the body of the law. And you know this refers to Constance Gwengold, the ruler of the Gwengold Imperium.
So destroying the
That-
throne of Constance.
Connie.
You've helped us a great deal.
Gwenny.
Is there a way we can contact you?
You
Things get dire.
and your companion and I share a bond now. And like you can see the Darkstar Prince like looks their inky black eyes to you, Xerox, and says, carry my mantle. Remember who you fight for, and the sun will not harm you. Forget it, and it will devour you. Forget yourself, and you will be lost in darkness.
Is that a threat?
It's like a whole fight.
And he says, speak to me in the dark, and I will hear you.
Xerox will, like, pull her hammer and kind of bow a little bit. I have many questions. You will be hearing from me.
Can I speak to your manager?
There is a nod, and because I rolled after I let you know there was a countdown on questions, I rolled a 1 on my d4.
No.
The Dark Star Prince begins to fade in the light that Gray has let into this space.
Thank you, Ally.
Oh shit, your scarf!
Gray is still concentrating on the spell. It's like Mandela of bugs and plants being grown and dying and being reborn around a little central mushroom. And it kind of struggles to say, did you know you could have two thoughts at once?
And I think with 9 o'clock, I think we'll end it there. Gray continuing his magic on some mushrooms with some fancy new ways of saying his thoughts.
Oh.
Wow.
He calls them words.
What an episode.
Ooh,
Session.
thank goodness.
I do look forward to listening to that session again.
Yeah.
I'll post it.
Wow.
I want